The lineup for the men's 800 metres, headed by the Australian Ian Gaundry with the best time of 1:46.3 of the New Zealanders in the field. The fastest this season is the runner in lane number 2, Michael Craig of Wellington, with the best time of 1:48.8. The Australian national 800 metre champion from 1987, Ian Gaundry from New South Wales, the fastest man in this field. And he will run in lane number 3 for the first 100 metres of the race until they hit the top of the back straight. Field of 8 starters. John Enright in 1, Michael Craig in 2, Ian Gaundry in 3, Peter Hepworth in 4, Michael Hindmarsh of Auckland University in 5, David Savidan in 6, Derek White in 7 from Wellington, and Michael Ball from the North Shore Bays in lane number 8.
And it looks as if Michael Ball from the North Shore Bays has been set up as a pacemaker. You can see him looking around to see, is the field on my tail? And he's really got to keep going, because if he slows down, what he does, he slows down the rest of the field, and it's not the pace they want. But he's gone out too quickly, and I think we can ignore him as far as the finish is going to be concerned.
The two Australians, number 153 and 154, Gaundry 153, and the blonde figure of Peter Hepworth, the New Zealand-born Australian, running on his shoulder. They're in 2nd and 3rd place, and in 4th place at the moment is Derek White from Wellington.
And watch for the big man in the red and white, Michael Craig from Wellington, who's just moving up now into 3rd as the pacemaker pulls out. He's a tough runner and runs exceptionally well in the New Zealand scene, and is probably the fastest of the New Zealanders here.
He is indeed. That's Craig in 3rd place at the moment. He has a best time this season of 1:48.8. He's the fastest New Zealander in this field, but he's trailing the 2 Australians. And look at the wind that is taking the effect on these runners as they make their way down the back straight. It's a side wind that they're pushing through as they hit the 200-metre mark in the men's 800 metres, and it's still Gaundry leading from Hepworth and Craig in 3rd place.
The 4th runner, by the way, is Michael Hindmarsh. He's the Auckland champion at this event and has been running particularly well this year.
But Ian Gaundry has his all concentration and effort, and he isn't the most elegant of runners we've seen here in New Zealand, but he's a fairly gutsy fella. But there's a big finish coming here from Craig. This is a great finish between Craig and Gaundry. And the Australian, he might have just held on, or maybe the momentum of Craig carried him through the line first. The Wellingtonian thinks that he's won it, and Gaundry refused to quit. He just hung in there right to the bitter end, and Hepworth coming home in 3rd place. But a marvellous finish in the 800 metres.
Well, this was a grand run indeed. This man, Ian Gaundry, look at the determination on his face. He's really fighting and driving now into this headwind. And you can see he's got his teammate Mike lining up on the outside of him. But here comes Michael Craig on the outside, a big tall man, about 6 feet 4 inches tall, and you can see his strength starting to take over now as he comes down on top of Ian Gaundry. And just watch this finish. There's a great dip on the line from Michael Craig, and that might give him the victory. And there it is, and I'm sure that it will make him the winner.
Craig, in fact, is convinced he's won it, and he's taking the congratulations from anyone that cares to give it to him. 1:48.8, we've unofficially timed him at, which equals his best time this season. So that augurs well for the national championships coming up in a couple of weeks for the Wellingtonian. Well, you wouldn't get a much closer finish than this in the 800 metres, with Michael Craig and Ian Gaundry both clocked with the same time, 1:49.07, and Peter Hepworth, the New Zealand-born Australian, 3rd in 1:49.92.